From our research and planning, in which we studied numerous texts of our genre, we identified many similarities and conventions that were used in movie trailers. The conventions of movie trailers similar to our genre included
a length of approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds, a voiceover and a sound bridge, a rising soundtrack, quick cuts of action towards the end, text screens such as dates and movie slogans. The characters followed certain mise en scène. A white male dressed in clean clothing, the protagonist, a scarred male wearing dirty clothing, the antagonist, an ethnic minority group, a token character as a helper.
Our movie trailer was a very conventional piece as we followed many of these. However, we did have slight differences to make it fresh and interesting for our audience. We used non-copyrighted soundtrack that we researched on YouTube that was conventional as it was tense music with an increasing pace. We also added quick shots of action scenes such as helicopter crashes and the London skyline with missiles heading towards it. Text screens were also used for slogans as well as dates, which we had seen frequently when we researched other media text. The reason we kept this conventional was because due to our audience. We wanted to create something which felt familiar to them, and we believe these conventions are the foundations of a movie trailer.
On the other hand, we didn't follow the conventions that were laid out for the characters in a movie trailer, as we wanted to create something original which our audience hadn't seen before to gain interest. Also, Neil in the 1980s said that genre is about repetition and difference. Difference is critical to the economy of genre, so we knew we had to vary from what was on the market.
We didn't use a white male as the main protagonist as we wanted to change things up and use an actor of a different ethnicity. We used an Asian actor for a production as we hadn't seen a main protagonist of that ethnicity in other media texts. We also changed the main antagonist from the conventions as we used a white male who was a scientist and was dressed smartly. Again, we used this as we wanted our movie trailer to be original and not repeat anything we had seen in other media texts.
As a result of this, we have challenged Edward Said's theory of Orientalism. Said's theory explained that the West tried to enforce their dominance over the Middle East, Asians and Australians, as the Western actors would have superior roles. As we have not done that, we have challenged this theory. On the other hand, we have also developed this theory as even as the white male is an antagonist, he is still in power as a known scientist who is in a powerful position.
Another character convention we broke was using a black male as a dispatcher/donor using props serving character types, as this is not a role given to actors of a black ethnicity in other media text. We have therefore challenged Daniel Bogle's coon caricature for black actors as they were portrayed as lazy, easily frightened, chronically idle buffoon. We have not portrayed our actor this way, but as a wise and smart character who aids the protagonist in the narrative of our trailer. While this is not the first time this has been done, because Morgan Freeman played this role in the Dark Knight trilogy, which was made by Christopher Nolan, we still believe that our audience will enjoy our representation of ethnicity throughout our trailer.
Lastly, we also included London as our setting for our movie trailer. While this was due to the convenience for our group, we also think this has broken conventions, as other media texts in our genre have an American city, mainly being New York. Our preferred reading for the audience would be to look at our trailer as something unique, as a blockbuster has never been set in London before. We also made our trailer length long as possible to make sure our audience would see more of the product, as we are a small independent company.
With regards to genre conventions, we believe we have challenged and also used many conventions. Due to the context of our product, 2 genres have been adopted to describe our movie trailer. As we have a story set in the future, as well as an alien life form, combined with special effects, our movie can be categorized as a science fiction movie.
On the other hand, as Christine Gledhill said, genre is not clear-cut. We also believe that our movie product is not just a science fiction, as we have action genre conventions such as violence and chaos. This means our audience could also look upon our trailer as an action movie.
Sci-fi conventions that we adopted could be found in our video. For example, we adopted energy blue balls from our protagonist's hands. This has been found in other sci-fi movies such as I Am Number 4 with his energy balls. Another sci-fi movie that has this is also Dragon Ball Evolution. The latter also had another sci-fi convention of our movie in the form of aliens. The movie had an alien in the name of Piccolo. We also had sci-fi convention in the form of lens flare when the protagonist entered Earth, and also a title screen. This has been seen numerous times in the Star Trek, as there are plenty of lens flares throughout the whole movie. In terms of action scenes, we have incorporated many action shots such as jets and helicopter crashes such as Transformers. We have also added fight scenes in which we incorporated choreography. We added this due to our audience feedback in which they wanted more action. This can be seen in other real media texts such as Skyfall and The Bourne Identity. This means our movie can be classified as belonging to a hybrid genre of action/sci-fi. Again, this means our audience will look upon our product as something unique and exciting. Nevertheless, this form of hybrid genre has been done before by other media texts such as 1999's The Matrix and 2009 Star Trek.
Still, we are confident that we have challenged enough conventions to make our product stand out on the market while using the fundamental conventions to not puzzle our target audience.
Our two ancillary tasks were composed a website and a poster. We decided to create these two products as we thought was the most useful for our audience to grasp rather than the radio advert and the magazine spread. Unlike our movie trailer, we wanted to thoroughly stick to the conventions of a real life product, as it's more of a tool for our audience to know more about our product. For our research, we only looked at products similar to our genre, that was action and sci-fi.
One of the main reasons we chose a website was because it would be a main hub to our whole production, which could link our audience to other pieces of work such as social networking sites. The website also allowed us to supply more information in text form to the audience about the plot of the movie as well as more about the cast.
The conventions we found in the website for a real media text during research and planning was a music player, a video gallery, cast, a plot synopsis, and a social networking sites.
We have added all these components onto our website as we wanted our audience to be able to familiarize themselves. We didn't want to use any of the main conventions and confuse our audience. With all the conventions added, all of the information we wanted to share, like videos, including the actual final cut, was easily found on our website due to the simple navigation tabs.
Due to all the combined elements and conventions of our website, we believe we have created a synergy between this and our main movie trailer, as the fonts we used on our title website was the same as well as the soundtrack, causing recognition for our audience.
Our second ancillary task was a poster. We knew this would be very crucial for our movie trailer as it is very conventional for a poster and trailer for a movie to come out closely as we research real media texts. A poster is also a great promotional tool to release alongside our movie trailer, with a higher chance for us to create synergy. A poster is also one of the main methods of marketing a movie production.
We researched many real media text posters, and these were the conventions that were found. Protagonist takes up most of the space in the poster. The movie title is in bold. There's normally a slogan. The main actors of the movie are at the top of the screen. Other cast members and crew at the bottom in small thin fonts. The protagonist always stands out, and also a website link.
Our poster is very conventional as we stuck to all of these. We wanted to create a simple product and not overcomplicate things for our audience. We used a shot of our protagonist standing hooded to conceal his whole face. Our protagonist is also wearing the same clothes as from the trailer for easier recognition. We also used the same special effects as we had on our movie trailer. A slogan is also used to create anticipation for the audience.
For one of our ancillary tasks, that's the poster, we opted not to use a website link and instead used a barcode scanner. We used it as we felt website was too old-fashioned and our target audience were young teenagers and this to be more resourceful for them. Due to convergence with our new technology, there's barcode scanners on phones and it is much more easier for them to scan the barcode on the actual poster and be linked straight to the website.
Overall, from the conventions we have used for all three of our products and also the genre of our movie, we would appeal to teenagers as a primary audience. Our secondary audience would be young adults. We believe that we would attract teenagers as the main character himself, as a teenager, causing audience to relate themselves to the character. Also, from our audience survey, we found out that the target audience prefer this genre of movie. Another reason we believe our movie would appeal and attract this audience is due to our research of real media texts. Our target audience had all watched the majority of movies within the genre.
We believe that while our trailer is universal to both genders, males might be more appealed to it due to the main character being a male. While we have female characters in our movie trailer, none of them are shown as big characters in the plot, as they only take up a few seconds on screen.
We haven't adapted many conventions, as we mainly chose to either stick or challenge them, rather than mold it to our own favour. However, we did adapt one convention in our poster as mentioned before, as we used a barcode rather than a website. We done this to relate to our target audience more, as the age group would find it easier.